بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش به یک کوره. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار، دگر عضوها را نماند که از محنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید که نامت نهند دادنی.
This next poem, actually, you'll find it inscribed on a carpet at the gates of the United Nations. Human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain.
Shahnameh, the Book of Kings, is one of the, I think, as far as I know, one of the 4 greatest books for ancient books. And Flor Talebi is spending lots of time to study, to write, and to teach Shahnameh. And the storytelling in Shahnameh, in Farsi term, is a very beautiful term. The name is Gulisani. It's a pure Farsi word. Ladies and gentlemen, Flor Talebi with Gulisani.
Good evening. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Persian Poetry in Motion Festival. I'm going to tell you a story from Shahnameh, which I believe as loud and read as Hafez. And I love it dearly. I tell you a nice story from Shahnameh, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's do it. At dawn, one day, Rostam, the great hero of Iran, decided to go hunting. Prepare Rash, his horse. I feel so restless today, he said, and there is sadness in my heart. Filling his quiver with arrows, he set off for the border of Turan. When he arrived in the marshes, he saw a plain filled with wild asses. Ah, what a wonderful hunt is going to be today, he felt. His face flushed with pleasure. He urged Rash forward. With his bow, his mace, and his noose, he brought down a prey, lit a fire with bush woods to prepare a good meal. Then, when the animal was roasted, he sat back, ate it with plenty of wine, and sank back satisfied and slept. Free from saddle and rein and bridle, cropping grasses Rash, his horse, wandered off and spotted by 7, 8, 9 Turkish horsemen who were passing by. And I tell you, Rash was such a glorious horse, no horseman could take his eyes off him. So, although Rash put a good fight, but they captured him and took him to the nearest city, Samangan, which is, I think, a place now in northeast of Afghanistan. Rustam woke up from a very pleasant dream. Called for Rash. Couldn't find him. Searched more, distressed, and find the tracks and realized what must have happened to Rash. What am I going to do now? He roared with madness. Am I going to take my armor on my back in the battlefield? What the great warrior of the war would say? That some nobodies took Rash while Rustam slept? How am I going to escape this mortifying shame? He was yelling. No, 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 I won't allow it. I will follow the track and find my horse and punish whoever dared to steal it. So, he took his gears and the saddle of Rash on his back and set off on foot, following the track towards Samangan. King of Samangan was told that the great hero Rustam is coming, looking mad, on foot. Oh, how? Why? How come? They wonder. King of Samangan and all his entourage and court went out to welcome him. Oh, mighty Rustam, the great hero of all lands, he said, welcome. Welcome to my home, my city. We are all wish you well and stand to serve you in any way we could. Rustam put his gears down, still mad, and said, last night, in the pasture, Rash wandered off without bridle or rein. Some horsemen must have taken him and brought it here. I followed the tracks. So, either you bring my horse right now, or I promise you, some of your noble will pay the price. Oh, why? How? Wow. They wonder. Oh, mighty Rustam, the hero of all lands. Come to my house, King of Samangan said. Rest for the night. We have a good feast. We will eat, drink, listen to the music, and I am sure by tomorrow morning your horse would be found. You see, Rash is such a renowned creature that it is impossible to stay lost for long. Rostam didn't feel any ill intention on King of Samangan's word, so he accepted the invitation. They gave him the best chamber in the palace, and King of Samangan himself waited on him. At the evening, they sit with all the nobles and eat the dinner of kings and drank the warrior wine and listened to the angelic music played by rosy cheeks, dark-eyed beauties. When Rostam had enough, he retired to his chamber, dreaming about tomorrow, of course. Shortly after midnight, he woke up with the sound of somebody entering his room. It was a maid carrying a candle, and right behind her was the most beautiful maiden that Rostam had ever seen in his entire life. Can you imagine? He didn't look like any earthly creature. He looks like a fairy coming from the fairyland. Her body and mind was pure. And she didn't walk on earth as if she was walking on clouds. What now? Rostam thought to himself. What am I going to do now? Who is she? Oh, mighty Rostam, she said, the fair lady. My name is Tamina. I am the only daughter of King of Samangan. Let me assure you, no man except my father and brothers ever seen me. But I know you. I always admire you. How brave you are, how just. And I always dream to be your companion, to bear your son, as brave and honorable as you are. Now, if you have me, I am yours, body and soul, forever. Besides, I promise you, I will give you Rash by tomorrow morning. Because you see, nothing happening in Samangan without my knowing. Well, that was wonderful. What else Rostam could have wanted? What else anybody in a right mind could have wanted? So, surely, in the morning, Rostam woke up with the sound of Rash calling him from outside, and Tamina, the fair beauty, lying down beside him. unbound, adorned with a special jewel that was his family insignia. So he take it off, gave it to Tamine, and said, "My beautiful, please, if you carry a baby, and if she is a girl as beautiful as you are, please braid this between her hair. And if you had a son as strong and powerful as my ancestor, please have him to wear it on his upper arm." Then he mounted Rash happily, bid everybody farewell, and set off for Iran, not knowing that Tamine carried his son, a son as brave and as strong as Rostam, with his own story, which I will tell you some other time.